I do my best to understand people, but I have always struggled to understand the mindset of mediocre women. Hello everybody and welcome back. I am the Sovereign and this is my court. If this is your first time in attendance, hello. Please consider hitting the subscribe button before you leave our kingdom and make sure you do come and find me, hunt me down on Instagram linked below, because that has turned into our backup platform. I actually have released the Miss Universe reaction video on my Instagram and I did send out smoke flares, warning signals that this video was coming. Hold on to your seats because what I'm about to show you is going to upset even the most passive pageant fan.
Beauty pageants in this day and age should be banned. They're antiquated, they're awful, and Steve Harvey managed to somehow make it a little more awful than it already is.
I know, it's unacceptable.
There is no...
Totally unacceptable.
Yeah,
I get it.
100%. 100% unacceptable. The whole thing is unacceptable. Could we just, let's stop pretending like these beauty pageants are about anything other than beauty. Beauty, that's all it is, it's about beauty. Don't give me any BS about how, oh no, we really care about the substance of these women. Let's put them in a string bikini and have them walk on stage, please, for our viewing pleasure.
Yeah.
Get the F out of here, please.
Okay.
And by the way, I have nothing against these women. I have something against these events, but more importantly, like over the last several years, trying to like do some rebranding of these events as if it's about the substance of the contestants. I don't see a single, look, all the women up there are conventionally beautiful, okay? I don't see anyone who is outside of those standards.
I have never issued an official call to arms. I have never sent my court into battle. But that changes today. In the comment section below, in the pinned comment, you will find the link to the video that you just saw. And I am issuing a call to all pageant fans, regardless of if you are an official member of my court or not, regardless of what country you come from. The infighting stops right now for this moment, and we will all come together and defend the pageant queens. I am issuing a call to arms. Please, by all means, click the link below. And 1, explain the importance of pageantry to you and your country. 2, explain the opportunities that the women receive through participation in pageantry, or bare minimum, number 3, simply go and put the statement, I heart Miss Universe, I heart Miss Earth, I heart pageantry, to show your support for the women that we return to see annually every year throughout organizations. As a fan base, I am asking you guys to give these people the education they neglected to give themselves. And then make sure you return to the video because I have words. This video comes from an American-based channel known as TYT, or the Young Turks. It is a channel that regularly produces content on the news and politics, sometimes social happenings, but they typically are within the realm of news journalists. Regardless of what you may think about this channel, TYT has 5.17 million subscribers. They have a massive audience, a massive fan base, and a regular reoccurring amount of people that watch their content. Their content does have an impact on the space and public perception. And the reason that this content was brought to my attention is because I am a subscriber of TYT. I'm a political science major that focuses in international relations. TYT usually brings me the news that I am just not invested enough to research myself, which is why I'm subscribed. I watch politics myself. So imagine my surprise upon clicking on this video that I find so-called journalists, so-called respected news anchors showing or giving their opinion on something that they clearly have not researched and passing very blatant negative judgment on something they don't understand. Oh yes, I have the crown of shade out. I have the crown of shade because I am a very honest person. I've told you guys that if you've never seen the crown of shade, I will put this crown on when I am throwing shade because I will tell you the truth when I don't like you, when I'm unhappy. I have no problem putting that out here. And I am letting you guys know right now. This is for mature audiences only because I'm about to be throwing a lot of attitude because I'm pretty freaking pissed off. The female anchor of this channel had the audacity to come up in front of her 5.17 million subscribers and call for Miss Universe to be banned, saying that it is basically meant to only pass judgment based on women for their looks, which us as pageant fans know that that is a blatant lie. But for someone who is expected to do the research, for you to come up here and throw cheap shots because you feel like no one's gonna come after you for your lack of knowledge or your neglect in even attempting to find the knowledge, maybe 3-4 years ago you would have got away with that. Because let me tell you something, Anna. Your ideas and perceptions are antiquated, which is why you should have did the time and took the time to do the research so you don't make yourself look foolish in front of your 5.17 million subscribers and my almost 80,000 subscribers who are likely gonna have something to say about your lack of knowledge and disrespect. I have had this pinned on the top of my Twitter for weeks at this point. If you think that beauty is going to let you win a beauty pageant, you are going to lose. But every pageant fan knows that because every pageant fan knows that there are basic components in pageantry that helps you attain a crown. One of the very first things you need to do in order to even get on stage is complete the interview process, which is not for the faint of heart. And I know because I give the interviews sometimes. And to sit here and reduce these very accomplished women to pretty faces and bodies is a slap in the face to all of them. Women who could do your job better than you can. And I am not exaggerating at that point. I am not exaggerating whatsoever. There are many women within pageantry right now who have the resume that would dwarf Anna, who have the presence on camera that would put her out of work. The women competing in these competitions, their resumes are a mile long. Lawyers, doctors, nuclear physicists, teachers. I have interviewed teen contestants that have done more with their lives in high school than you will ever accomplish. And the misogyny coming out of a woman's mouth, this is one of the things that really upsets me, is the fact that Anna is a woman. You are a woman. So I don't understand how that type of misogyny is even within you. To say that women would only ever wear these bikinis and beautiful gowns for the pleasure of men. We're up here on this stage. These women are up here on this stage for men. You think they did their hair and nails for men? You think they went through all the practice and rehearsals and time for men? Do you think they developed these skills for men? The judging panel, once again, is 100% women, which I'm not even for, by the way. I am so sick of having to explain to idiots and just insignificant people, but let us just go through this one more time for the dum-dums in the back of the room. The swimwear competition is a presentation of self-confidence and fitness. It is meant to bring those women down to the bare minimum, give them nothing, strip them of everything, force them to present themselves in front of an audience that they know is judging every bit of them and welcome it. It is for those women to stand in front of the world and say, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I look like, and I don't care what you have to say or what you have to say to judge me. I am proud of it. That is the purpose of the swimwear competition, is the confidence, because I don't give a damn how good you look. I don't give a damn how good your fitness is. If you don't present yourself with confidence, you might as well not have come to competition in the first place. And I damn well know that Anna can't do it. Not with the amount of insecurity and lack of understanding that she's presenting in front of her 5 million subscribers. And of course, the fitness element is important. And quite honestly, I wish pageant queens would go further with their fitness because most of y'all ain't sporting muscles to begin with. Like, let's be honest, most of y'all are mostly near average, babe. The fitness element could be more, but that's not to say it's not something that they shouldn't be proud of. A lot of these women have worked for their bodies. And in a country that is going through an obesity epidemic that you yourself, Anna, have pointed out, why are we not uplifting and upholding the standards of fitness? Why wouldn't we applaud their beauty and level of fitness? Oh, the misogyny, because identify this. This type of rhetoric would not be brought up in tandem with a men's competition at all, ever. I watch UFC fights, and sometimes when I watch UFC fights and a fighter shows up and he looks out of shape or he looks like he hasn't been putting in the work, guess what? All the fans and the men and the anchors and the judges jump on that man for not having worked out, for not looking like a competitor, for not looking like he put in the time before his fight. I have watched respected YouTube channels, news channels, give props to CNN's Chris Cuomo, the former anchor who just got fired. I've watched y'all give props to Chris Cuomo for his physicality, for his diligence in the gym, for his physical presentation. Athleticism in regards to men, regardless of the sport, baseball, football, basketball, the athleticism and the musculature of men, even if it has nothing to do with their sport, is always praised. But women are put down for it. We're put down for taking pride in ourselves, for being proud of ourselves, for enjoying and being healthy. And let's just let all the roaches out. Let all the roaches out. Open the cabinets, move the rug, take the skeletons out the closet, because let's be honest here. Most sports, period, are useless. They're useless. Useless. Basketball, you just throwing the ball in the hole. Golf, throwing the ball in the hole. Football, you're taking the ball and you're sticking it in the end zone, which is just another freaking hole. It's in the realm of real life. Most sports have no real life application. Snowboarding, I mean, you're skating down the hill on a snowboard. Is it gonna help you really achieve it? Like, sports are just for the fun of it. But in pageantry, it actually has real life applications. The things that you guys say are useless, the things that you guys like to bash and make fun of, have real life applications.
Just cancel the pageant. And not just this year, but for good, cancel it. Why do we even need a Miss Universe? Year after year, contestants are put through grueling sessions. For weeks, they're taught to be perfectly feminine, coached to wear their chin up, trained to not slouch while walking in high heels, instructed to wear a broad smile as the uncomfortable footwear eats their feet up. And then these women are tutored to waltz into a room full of audience. Their ultimate goal is to make a mark, to win hearts and the crown.
Do you know what she just described? A president. Any politician, any news anchor, any successful person. You guys want to ignore their extensive resumes? You want to ignore their very clear speaking abilities that they've gone through training for? Fine, let's do that. But you want to get on their physical presentation? Since when does that not matter in any job capacity?
As First Lady, and she made it one to remember in fashion history. Stunning in a shimmering rose gold chain mail gown by Versace.
It's by an Italian designer, and keeping with her tradition of, in some way, acknowledging the country that they're hosting.
Since the Obamas' very first state dinner in 2009 for the Prime Minister of India, the First Lady has showcased show-stopping gowns, many by American designers.
The president came out addressing reporters on Thursday, and he was wearing this tan suit.
Tan suit.
Light tan suit.
I think it was shocking to a lot of people. Is this an effort to make him look warmer?
The tan suit made him look unpresidential.
They want to sit here and pretend like politicians' outfits haven't been planned and sometimes vetted against an audience down to their tie color. These things are extremely important. First ladies are criticized on their outfits constantly in their presentation. Any job that requires you to be in front of an audience, be in front of a camera, be in front of the public, requires these attributes that these ladies have perfected. How dare you get on these women for their ability to not slouch? How is your back, Anna? Are you feeling okay? Must be hurting a lot. You should go to a chiropractor and get that checked out if that's what you think. That is something that is inherent knowledge to anyone who wants to be of any importance in their life. And to call for these competitions to be banned for what? For what? For what? For what? Why is it so hard for people to let women live in peace? Let us live. Let us be fabulous and live. We didn't ask for your input. We didn't ask for your, nothing. If you don't want to watch, if you don't want to participate, fine. But why can't you let us live? Why can't you let us be fabulous and live? Why can't y'all let women be women? So what? We like to look feminine. So what? So what? I like sparkly things. So what? I like crowns. So what? My outfits are on point. So what? So what? I know how to slay my face and beat my face and do my makeup. So what? My manicure is always on fleek. So what? My shoes are better than yours. So what? You know what also is better than yours? My speaking ability, my conviction, my level of dedication, clearly. This competition is meant to show women in all they possibly can be, from their beauty, to their abilities, to their resume, to their personalities. It is meant to show all of it. And why shouldn't that be appreciated? Get this. If I were to separate all the different aspects of pageantry, all the different aspects of pageantry are celebrated. Always. The fitness element, everybody loves fitness. Anytime we see a celebrity getting fit, everybody praises them. Bodybuilders, all of the men love bodybuilders. Even big old football players, the men go crazy when they see another man that's built and everything, and they're always trying to get in the gym, and they give each other high fives. When it comes to fitness, y'all love fitness. When it comes to fashion, y'all love fashion. We've got fashion shows, fashion competitions, fashion models who become famous. You guys freaking love fashion. Of course, you're gonna uplift people with the speaking abilities. That's a given, right? Who's hating on a woman that can speak? They can clearly hold any job in entertainment and do just fine. Even when it comes to the evening gowns, you guys love stylish evening gowns. Everybody's always going to Fashion Week to see who puts out the nicest evening gown. Makeup, you guys praise makeup artists. L'Oreal and CoverGirl doesn't get any backlash for being a makeup company and putting their products out into the world so that women can make themselves look better. Y'all love makeup. You guys, who doesn't love makeup? We have YouTubers on this platform who have built their entire platform off of being fabulous makeup artists, and they get all of the applause and the accolades for it. But suddenly, if you put all these different elements together in the fashion and the walking and the beauty and the fitness and the hair and all that, you put that all together, suddenly it's a problem. Suddenly you're mad. Suddenly these women are ripe and ready to be picked on. Suddenly the competition should be banned. And I'm calling you on your misogyny. That's all misogyny. All of it is misogyny. See, you guys have no problem picking on a competition that is primarily dominated by women that comes off as very feminine. You have no problem picking on that when this is a competition that has real world application and is hurting nobody. Meanwhile, your beloved football players are giving each other and themselves concussions that impact the rest of their lives. Meanwhile, we have WWE wrestlers dying prematurely because of their activities in the ring. Meanwhile, we have an epidemic of an issue of steroids in bodybuilding. But no, let's get on the women who happily parade themselves in evening gowns, who have resumes better than most of the people dissing them. These type of misconceptions about pretty women, about beautiful, truly feminine women, that is the purpose of pageantry. These are the type of misconceptions that pageantry is trying to dispel. You're proving their point. The purpose of them being on stage and showing you these things is saying, I can be all of this. I can be this beautiful. I can be this fit. I can be this glamorous. I can be this feminine and still demand respect and still have value to society and still possess education and intelligence. Why can you not allow women to be who we are? Why is it so hard to think that I can be both beautiful and educated, stylish and opinionated? Why is it always one or the other? Now, I do have to say this one portion to the pageant queens. I've spoken about it before, but I feel like I need to reiterate myself. Though you guys know I adore you, okay? The pageant queens know I adore them. The one thing collectively that pageant queens truly upset me with, as I have said before, is their lack or unwillingness to speak against issues that they know are wrong or damaging. If you continue to allow the pageant community to be degraded or this misinformation to persist, you will lose pageantry. As Miss America just celebrated, pageants in the United States have been around for just over 100 years at this point. It's been a long time. And there always comes a point where you have to justify your existence. You have to defend your right to stay. Otherwise, the world will erase you. In this time of uplifting women and feminists, ironically, they do not see you as a part of that movement. Though I know that you are, they do not. And the reason the public and the media don't see you as a part of the feminist movement or as feminist icons or as important role models is because you do not show yourselves to be. If you truly were the role models that you say that you are, when people come to disrespect the queens whose thrones you are trying to take, or the past queens, or the organizations that are giving you these opportunities, you would speak on it. The same way you would speak on it if someone disrespected your mother. And I'm not saying that you need to come out the way I do. I'm not saying you need to throw on your own crown of shade and drag people. By all means, that's my job. But you cannot allow misinformation to spread. This is what has caused, especially in my country, this is what has caused the misrepresentation of pageantry as something that is only for pretty, skinny, ditzy girls that lack intelligence and love world peace. Allowing this to continue without protest, I'm saying is the pageant queen's fault. And not just the queens, the directors, and the organizations. When you come under attack like this, it needs to be handled. Things need to be said. And I know the queens like to always behave as if they're above it all, right? They love to behave like they're above it all. I'm not that uppity. I'm not gonna act like I'm above it all. I'm petty as hell and I know it and I'll own it. But acting like you're above it all sometimes is fine. When it comes to everybody who wants to insult you, like by all means, you don't have to be as petty as me. Sometimes I have fun and I get in the comments and I have at it. But you don't need to respond to every troll. You don't need to acknowledge every troll. Every time people get mad, you don't need to say something. Every time there's controversy, you don't need to be a part of it. But, and this is something you've seen me do, when there is misinformation that is spreading and being taken as truth, that is when intervention is necessary and, in my opinion, mandated. I have no problem explaining why I do what I do or why I say what I say. I have no problem explaining my opinions for those who seek to understand or for those who really truly want an explanation. And I do that so that misinformation does not persist. If I never came out and explained my opinions and I only, gave a criticism without explanation, people would think and continue to think I hated a specific country or I hated a specific girl or that it was based on personal feelings, not the context of competition. I make a point to explain that to kill the misinformation, because if you allow misinformation to spread, if I were to allow misinformation to spread, that would destroy me. Pageant queens, I will do what I can for the community and the queens that I am connected to and that I enjoy. Some of you are my friends, so when they come under attack, of course I'm gonna have your back, but I cannot do this by myself. I can't. And I won't, because it's not fair. If you don't care, then why should I? And once again, I'm not asking for bashing. I didn't ask the fans to bash. I'm not asking the queens to bash. What I'm saying is educate the less educated. When you see this misinformation happening, it should be the obligation of every woman that wears a crown to correct this so that it doesn't spread, so that it doesn't create a poisonous, toxic environment that infects other people. This is going to lessen your fan base, and eventually the negative perception of pageantry will destroy your viewership and eventually the organizations, and then we will have nothing. So yes, this video is also a go-ahead to all the rest of the pageant community to have at these topics. Like, by all means, make videos. There is no reason and no way any politician of any country, news station, major entertainment person should be able to step on any platform, disrespect pageantry in general, including all the past queens, all the current queens, all organizations, and not be given some flack about it. Like, that should not be able to happen, okay? And this video just reeks, the stench of ignorance, just palpable. I can just It's like old ham, old Thanksgiving ham that you just, it's still in the trash. You forgot to take the trash out. Like, Anna, you forgot to take your trash out. I can smell it. I can smell it on you. Because had you done even the smallest amount of research into the realm of pageantry, you would know the monumentous amount of windows and doors and opportunities that are afforded the women who win these competitions, giving way to some of the most iconic and highly rated and ranked and known women we have in this world. Priyanka Chopra, pageant queen. Vanessa Williams, pageant queen. Halle Berry, pageant queen. Gretchen Carlson she was an anchor for Fox News. And though I have issues with her because I blame her for the downfall of Miss America, pageant queen. And I promise you this, these women have done more than you or most people watching will ever have done when it comes to their beliefs and their activism. All these past pageant queens, all these former pageant queens, not only are incredibly successful, they are involved. They bring new life and new blood into places where it is needed. They are out there helping people. They are out there moving mountains. And to say that pageants should be banned, should be canceled, shouldn't be utilized is to take away the opportunity for upward mobility that put these women where they are. These women have impacted people's lives. These women do great work. Do you not see that? Why would you take that away? Pageants give a way for even some of the lowest in society when it comes to class or wealth, all that. It gives a door for them to move upwards. It gives these women a way to better the lives of not just themselves, but their family and their community, and sometimes their country. So to sit here and say that this world that has given us so many recognizable women, that have given so many women opportunities, changed so many people's lives, given this entertainment to us, justify it. Justify it. And justify picking on this competition over the others that I have mentioned, because I am stone cold in this is a very misogynistic take. I do my best. I do my very best. I try to understand everyone in our different cultures and the different ways that we live in different countries. I do my best to understand people, but I have always struggled to understand the mindset of mediocre women. I truly don't understand it. I get that you and many aspects of your life, Anna, are unspectacular. Everything about you is non-noticeable. I can almost understand that is the life that you choose to live, is one of mediocrity mostly. Fine, but to fault the women who want more for themselves, who demand more for themselves, who push themselves beyond the bounds of what you can imagine, I think maybe it's a disconnect within you to understand that level of superiority. It's almost like a human trying to understand the mindset of just like an angel. But though it can be very difficult for you to understand, let me assure you, my perfectly manicured nails does not lessen the impact of my fuck you. In the comments section below, let me know how ridiculous and obscene and disrespectful you think some of these videos are, and what are some of the lessons or knowledge that you would like to impart on some of these people who did not take the time to educate themselves. What education do you want to give them? Please put your comments in the comments section below. And remember, no matter what us as a community are going through, it is very important for us to show our support for the organizations or the queens, because we do not want people like this to take them from us. So make sure you have their backs. Above all, protect the community. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so that we can have more fun talks in the future, right? We just, every now and then I gotta play cleanup, I gotta play maid, to the pageant community, okay? I got to put on my sexy maid outfit and do my thing, even though they're going to say I'm doing it for a man. No, bitch, I'm doing it because I look good. I'm doing it because I look good in a sexy maid outfit, and I'm cleaning up the community because, you know, got people, some trolls got let in the hallways. We got some trolls in the kitchen. We got some trolls in the halls. I'm doing what I got to do. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And remember, I love you. I'll miss you. And you know, I will see you in a future video. Bye.